On Friday, March the 16th, 2012, Christian Verbic, the president of the VZMD, Pan-Slovenian Shareholders Association, and Sarah Kaushik, the Secretary General, along with the VZMD TV and investo.si film crew, participated at the opening ceremony of the Brussels Stock Exchange.
We are very happy to work with the Slovenian Association, which is extremely effective and in many ways a model for us.
With the ringing of the ceremonial bell, Benner-Heinacher, the president of Euro Shareholders, the Organization of European Shareholders Associations, and of Eurofinius, the European Organization of Financial Services Users, known before as Euro Investors, commenced trading on the Brussels, Amsterdam, Lisbon, and Paris stock exchanges. At the opening ceremony, she was joined by the Director of the Institutional Relations at the New York Stock Exchange Euronext, the Managing Director of Eurofinius, the Secretary General of Euro Shareholders, and the Vice President of Euro Shareholders. Following the bell ceremony, representatives of the VZMD partook at the Eurofinius and Euro Shareholders International Conference on Financial Services Users Protection and a press conference discussing the call for further EU actions in 2012. Above all, the numerous investors, journalists, and experts in these fields were very enthusiastic about the upcoming Investors Week 2012, which will be hosted by the VZMD through its investo.si, Investo Slovenia program, taking place from the 19th through the 23rd of September in Ljubljana.
I think the Ljubljana conference will be especially interesting because there is an investors fair where we have companies that represent themselves, but also investors have the possibility to speak to the management and to the companies.
Many investors are interested in new countries, looking for new investments, opportunities, and so if they can go to Ljubljana and they will see if there are good local companies, and so I think it's a great opportunity for investors.
There must be a number of well-known Swedish companies that have a market in Ljubljana and who would like to use this opportunity to communicate with their customers, because the combination of being a customer and being an investor is quite interesting, because being an investor in a company, if it performs well, you also have a tendency to buy the products or services of the company. So I mean, any company with the position there can chalk it off as two sides that will support each other.
It will be one of the biggest events of Euro Shareholders World Federation all together in the same time. I'm looking forward to be a part of it because till now, you know, we have separate meetings, Euro Shareholders World Federation, but this time we will have a joint meeting and you will have other activities going on there. I think it will be a very successful meeting in Slovenia.
This will be the world's largest meeting of investors' representatives and the first time that Euro Shareholders, Eurofinius, and the World Federation of Investors Corporations will simultaneously convene at an investor summit and convention. In Brussels, many of the prestigious and esteemed guests have already confirmed their participation at the conference in Slovenia.
So now September is already in my diary, and I will definitely come to Ljubljana, and I'm looking forward to this event and to the opportunity to meet the people. Incidentally, we have only 2 or 3 members in Slovenia, so it could be as well for FESIF an opportunity to meet financial intermediaries and to encourage maybe the creation of a national trade association for intermediaries.
In light of the global financial crisis, one of the main objectives of the two organizations is to restore trust in the capital markets, which was one of the main topics deliberated and one of the highlights of the international conference in Brussels, which was well addressed through the keynote speech given by Jonathan Fall, the General Director of International Market and Services of the European Commission, who addressed many investors' representatives on current issues regarding retail investors' protection, the point of view of the European Commission, and the steps that the European Commission has taken and will take in the following years to protect individual investors.
The representations made to us by retail investors. There are various organizations which represent their views, and we need to listen to all views from all over Europe, from every country, and from all the people involved in financial matters, which means everybody. We are all using banks. We are all suffering from the crisis. We have to work together to get out of it.
Prominent speakers also included Vincent J. de Ruyter, the chairman of the European Federation of Financial Advisors and Financial Intermediaries, Jarko Srila, the Deputy Director General of the European Fund and Asset Management Association, and many others.
Today we had a very good discussion on the package retail investment products initiative, which is really useful for all the European investors because it will provide same kind of disclosure on the costs, risks and other elements of investments on all savings products in Europe. So we are very much in favor of this and we believe that this is very beneficial for investors in the whole of Europe.
In addition, the press conference on the call for further EU actions in 2012 tackled 5 major points, which included EU sovereign bonds, financial transaction tax, investment advice regarding MiFID, PRIPS and the MID directives, shadow banking, and the collective redress scheme.
See you in Slovenia. Bye-bye.